Okay, guys, listen up. First insights of the year. Thank you for coming. We're gonna be talking about what the agency is gonna actually go towards this year and how we're gonna change our offer a little bit and how we're gonna keep evolving. We have a few new people. Still, Lorena is still new, and we have Ilana joining now and Joseph and so on. So I wanna go back in our history a bit. So looking back in our history, I just wanted to share that in the last 2.5 years, we've changed our offer probably 3 times, and we're about to change it for the fourth time. And this is, I think, the biggest challenge that we are all facing, and it's actually evolution because we're in a business that changes a lot, and everyone is trying to, everyone's in hotels pretty much. So in these past 2.5 years, especially that we switch to digital, there's one thing we never stop doing, and we will never stop doing. And I want you all, especially new people, to get in the mindset that we're an agency that changes a lot. Alex, obviously, it's also a good asset that we got new, and I want you to, especially you, to actually get in this mindset. And that thing we never stopped doing. It was evolving, and changing and inventing and proposing and adding value to the business. And I think that it's actually really outstanding that we're actually setting a trend in the digital landscape. I see that lots of people are actually talking and speaking like us and saying what we say, and that's actually very, very cool. The biggest challenge that comes with innovation is evolution. We always say that we love innovation and we like to be ahead of the game, and the biggest challenge with that is evolution. And I think that it's a big challenge because sometimes the mindset and what we know is not, basically goes faster, or the things that are coming goes faster than what we know and what we want to actually be. So the second message here is that let's try to get out of the comfort zone, in the sense that whatever you guys think you know about digital now and about technology and about what we do is about to change, and it's going to keep evolving, and it's going to keep changing. And another message there for you guys is that if you see something like an opportunity from the business perspective, creative perspective, strategy perspective, project management, whatever that we could actually implement and be innovative about, we'd love to hear it and just bring it on. Because innovation is not just about the offer that Asylum has for its clients, but also what we do internally. So, and I recommended this book to Alex last week when he joined, and that especially was the book that changed my life, and it's called The Blue Ocean Strategy. And they tell the story on how, the Cirque du Soleil and even Apple and all these companies that are more expensive but like outstanding companies are actually creating, their own business category, if you will. So, couple of 2.5 years ago, my biggest challenge and my biggest objective was to create a blue ocean agency, an agency that nobody could compete with. So basically what this says is that there are red oceans and blue oceans. Red oceans, everyone is fighting over price and over the offer, and which is pretty much what we did before with the production side, which, if another vendor comes in and says like, hey, I'm going to give it to you cheaper and faster, then the client just goes with them. And that's too risky for business because they can just destroy you. And especially now with all the Chinese, people doing everything good and cheaper and all that. So we didn't want to compete there anymore, and then creating the blue ocean strategy was a challenge where we needed to create a new agency that nobody could compete with in our offer. And I don't think we're quite there yet, but we've been doing it well. Like we have a capability that really nobody else has close or is close to, and our clients love it. And that's what brings success when we pitch, and we're gonna keep doing that pretty much. So it's evolving it, and not like setting or staying in our comfort zone now that we're stable and we got a bunch of new accounts and people coming in and so on. I don't really want to think that we reached that point of comfort yet. So I'm suggesting I'm basically going to change the offer of the agency or evolve it a bit, and you're going to see a few things that we're going to be talking about. So what are we now, guys? As a digital agency, we always talk social media. We talk about buying media and conversion models and web development and so on, under the premise of statistical patterns for marketing success. And that's a cool offer, and clients love it and they appreciate it. But I feel like we have to kind of evolve that to another point. So this is who we are now, and for the new people, every time we go to pitch a client or to introduce ourselves, this is what describes us in one slide. And clients love it because it's all about numbers and it's all about statistics and it's all about performance, and we're not talking creativity or anything like that. We're talking statistics, and clients love that. So we're going to take this to a different level. So I just want you to know that 2016 is going to be huge for the digital world, digital agencies. There's a lot of things coming that they're like aggressive changes in many ways, and we have to be ready. We have to study, and we have to again get out of the comfort zone. I feel not only from the strategy and creative side, but also from the business side and so on. So last week we were talking about a client very close to our heart that is naked. The account is performing really well. The content is amazing. Sales, they're selling more than ever, and the client is basically just giving us more money because he loves what we do and so on. And then the message and the outcome of that meeting was like, let's not get comfortable with that, and let's propose something else. Let's bring new technologies. Let's talk customer support. Let's talk social commerce and some things that you will see in this presentation, and keep adding value, because those things, if we don't bring them, if we don't bring them to the table, someone else will. And I think from the business perspective, you guys have to also see how can we innovate, how can we propose new things. It has, like, don't expect all these things to just come from me or from the creatives. I think the business people are the first ones that have to see that. So for you, Joseph and Steven and Carol and everyone that's leading the business, Alex, you guys have to see these opportunities and to know what's happening in the digital landscape. So whenever a client has a need or an opportunity, by association, you just associate the need and the opportunity with what you're seeing out there, and that's why we have to study a lot, and we bring new things, right? So there are basically two things that are going to happen: the ones that everyone keeps talking about, and the ones that we're going to set. I think that there's always got to be a perfect balance between the trends that everyone is just talking about and the evolution of programmatic media and the ad blocking technologies are everywhere now, and even on apps. So they're actually blocking our messages everywhere, and that's kind of a challenge and so on. So those things everyone's talking about, that 360 video and wearable technologies and all that. Everyone talks about that, and we'll be ready for that. But then the second part is that what we're going to set as a trend in our business, and we've done it in the past, and we'll keep doing it. And that's the most important one, because I want you to actually live it, understand it, expect it, and transmit it, of course. So I wanted to, whoever can or would like to take note of a couple of things that I really wanted to go deeper and study later, because we'll be ahead of the game again. This year we're going ahead, and I think that now that we have such a beautiful, rich portfolio of the biggest clients in the world, we're ready to just step ahead and bring new things. So the first thing that we're going to be seeing, and I'm very, very excited about this one, is the visualization of data. We always talk about data and the use of data and so on, but I think that the next step on that is how we visualize all that data and we bring it into behavioral understandings, if you will. So I'm writing a couple of models, and I've been talking to Sami about this in the sense that all the performance we get from content, from media, from so on and so forth, we need to develop technology to visualize it so clients can understand what's happening with everything we do for them, and they can make decisions. So let me give you an example. If we took all the data we got from Revlon strategy, where we got 10 different countries, 5 different archetypes, clients, colors of nail polish, and so on, and we do a graph of all that data, it will be amazingly valuable for Revlon. Revlon could take those dashboards and understand a little more. So I think that we're on the point that we're taking all that data and putting it on like Excel sheets, and nobody understands or knows what to do with that data. So my point is, I really want to develop technology where we just input all that data, maybe importing all those Excel sheets, and through technology we visualize all that data, and the clients can understand better, and the strategies can understand better, and so on. And we can actually create a product out of that, because I feel like there's a lot of beautiful data that just crosses our eyes every day, all day, and we don't do anything with it. And the problem is not the lack of data, the problem is the lack of understanding of data. And the best way to understand data is through visualization, pretty much. I think one good thing we've done so far with this is the Smart Bimo dashboards, which are behavioral data that you can understand, like at what time which content is getting more engagement and so on. And that's a good example. But what I want to do is, like automatically gather all that data that we get from Naked Nutrition or from Kingston, and in terms of engagement and comments and listening and so on, and design algorithms that help us visualize that data, make decisions on that. And that, like, that's my biggest project this year in this agency, to actually develop that kind of technology. I think it'll be a beautiful product for us as well. The second one is what I like to call social commerce. So I think we have to go beyond engagement, and we already proved in the last year and a half that we're amazing with engagement, and we got that down. Like, that's easy, almost automatic. We have amazing creativity, we have amazing art direction, we have a decent video capability now that I want to actually evolve as well. I'm going to try to transcend that with you guys, and the model is basically through technology, we're going to start tagging the content throughout the whole funnel. So we know what happens beyond the like and the comment and the share. So if someone is clicking the content and going to a website and actually shopping or recommending the link and so on, we're gonna design the funnels for that, and through click tags and technology, we're gonna measure that. And the concept is called social commerce, and it's basically how are we actually gonna sell more through content. There's some numbers that I didn't really like last week that I was reading about this, and it kind of scared me a bit. But still, when you do e-commerce, Mark, or e-commerce, like electronic commerce, social is the last of the sources of performance. It's only 2% of the whole mix. The first one is always going to be paid media, on SEM and SEO, and then email marketing is huge, which is something that we have to learn how to do as well. And then the very last one is social media. And that's our main product. So how do we take that, that negative number and make it good? So this is a model I designed a few months ago with Carolina, and for Naked Nutrition, we're going to start actually testing it now that we have great engagement with them. And basically what it proposes is that all our content pillar formula that we had in the past, we're going to have sub-content pillars within those pillars, and then we're going to link them to transactions, specific transactions like visit to the blog, or transactions on Amazon, or the Shopify cart, which is their own website, or even growing the channel. So we'll know which of the sub campaigns within the main verticals is giving us more transaction, and we can do that through technology like click tags, and it's just pretty simple. So we're going to be working on that, the concept of social commerce, and this is going to be one of our biggest capabilities, because with the eternal or the forever question we get from clients is like, how is social media actually translating to or going to giving the sales? So we want to go there. The third trend, and I'm going to be working with Elizabeth and the strategies and the creatives as well in this concept, and is micro-targeting. I don't think that creating ad groups with certain interests and so on it's enough anymore. We have to connect it with the creatives, the creative pieces, and then the audience generation, and then real-time response based on what we want them to do, because sometimes you get people clicking, but they don't really convert, like uploading the face or whatever we want to do. So I'm going to develop a few models on micro-targeting tribes or audiences from the media perspective and the content perspective, which is, it's basically a mechanism that gives you a better performance. And I think that we've been trying to do this a bit manually. We're going to create a system for that. The fourth one is we're going to start using more devices as content generation. I don't believe that designers or art directors should be sitting here on desks anymore. And I've been saying this for a bit now. We're going to get out of our offices, and we're going to go on and do the real immersive experience, and we're going to invest in technology, and we're going to have more drones. We have a couple of drones in Panama. We're going to bring some here, and Costa Rica as well. GoPro cameras, wearable technology, the Fitbit stuff for Naked Nutrition, and we're gonna really take over the device technology to actually generate content. I don't, again, believe anymore in designers and creatives sitting here at the office, like thinking what would be good and using stock images and composing. I think we're past that. So we're going to focus a lot on devices and technology to develop that. So be ready for that as well. Number 5 is real storytelling, and basically what we talk about real storytelling. It's what we've been doing with video and short video. You've seen the difference when we do short video and when we do interactive formats. It's just huge. It's amazing. I really want to find a way that it's not so expensive for us to do, because it takes so many hours from a designer or a director to actually do those videos, produce those videos. So I want to find a way where we actually do that as if we were doing posts, quick, fast. I don't know. I have to really figure that out. I don't know if you know that you can actually watch 360 videos on Facebook now, and that's coming to YouTube as well, and so on. So it's getting more and more immersive, and the video is not a revolution anymore. It's an evolution, and the evolution of it, we have to be ready for it. So we're gonna tell more stories with video. That's what I'm saying here. Number 6, the power of listening. We've been talking about listening and finding tribes and real-time movements, and that's kind of a concept that we love, but we never really got down into a dynamic or mechanics, and we will do it. So we'll develop listening models now that we get the new tool we're going to buy, and we're actually going to use data as the main source of creativity, or the most primary source of creativity, and we're going to do it for sure this year. We're going to teach our audiences, we're going to teach our clients, we're going to teach everyone around us what people are saying for real, and that's something that we've been wanting to do for months. And that's going to happen this year, so we have to figure that out yet this year. This one is really, really important, and without actually knowing it, we're creating better athletes, better chefs, better kids, better gamers, and so on. And this is just a point where we're going to be more functional with the content. We're going to help our tribes to be better at what they do. So it's not just about happy birthday whoever and what color is the dress, and then people are talking about the Pharrell's hat and whatever, which is they're trendy and that generates engagement. But I'm not interested in that anymore. I really want to do, take the brands and connect them to audiences that somehow they're going to make it better. And I think, again, another good example is Naked. Naked has an amazing engagement because we're giving them hacks on how to, make a smoothie or quick workout routine and so on. So that brand is insanely engaging because of that, because we're being functional, because we're teaching them how to be better athletes, pretty much. And that is a good example. And every brand has that opportunity. So for Clinic Sanitas, we can help them being better parents and better family members or whatever, better kids. For Kingston HyperX, we can make them better gamers and so on. So we're going to focus the content a lot into making them better at what they do, not just like informational hygienic content that it doesn't add any value. Number 8, and this is a big concept. I was actually talking to you guys about this last week. The social customer care is a big trend, and it's happening. I think that we can actually get retainers from this, to telling our clients that we're going to open customer care lines for them, where, for example, via WhatsApp groups and so on, you can order product, or you can answer questions, or you can recommend certain things and so on. And that's actually something that is coming very strong this year. There are a few agencies that just do that. So we're going to figure out a couple of models that we can offer to our clients to actually be their customer service support lines, if you will. So through technology. And I think that as a retainer fee and as a ongoing project is something very attractive for both parts. Number 9, the biggest trend this year in evolution is called marketing automation. That's what everyone's talking about. It's getting bigger and stronger. There's a lot of platforms and technology coming in for marketing automation, and we have to learn how to do that too. So we're not going to become SAP or anything like that, but we're going to learn CRM and marketing automation so we can go beyond the name, because we have a process where we generate demand and we have amazing content and we get people into buckets and so on, but then we just stop there. So the next steps is to actually, take those audiences and do something with them and taking them to the end of the funnel. And that's what marketing automation does. So we're going to start offering marketing automation. We're going to specialize in a couple of tools. I would say SAP is the one that I like the most, and Marketo. So we're going to do some research on those, and if we can partner with them to actually start offering them, that would be amazing. So this is the biggest trend in marketing for 2016, according to every blog out there. So we're going to learn how to do this better, because it's not just about content and social media, right? And last but not least, obviously, is e-commerce and performance. We don't really know how to do this yet, but we will specialize in conversion-based strategies. And like we always said, our biggest objective this year as an agency is to grow in the US. And we have a big challenge there to actually get new clients and grow the agency in the US. So to do that in a market that is just 100% performance and where people buy even water online, we're going to have to sell water online. So we want to specialize in technology, we want to specialize in conversion, we want to specialize in attribution, we want to specialize in demand generation for e-commerce, and we're going to learn how to do that, and we're going to start offering that. So that's a big thing we're going to be doing this year. Strategy and data and the use of them still will be our main drivers. Like, that's not going to change. I still believe that a good strategy and the proper use of data and information will give brand success always. But we're definitely going to step ahead of the game now. And like I said, now that we're just understanding the last capabilities there, we're going to change it again. So I really want you to study and to get into these concepts, because we're ahead. I know there's no agency talking about these things yet, and we're going to be doing that. Because working with the world's biggest brands, it's not a dream anymore. We're talking about this last week, and 3 years ago we had Mattel in the production side, but that was pretty much it. And a bunch of local clients in Colombia that were a pain and so on. Now, if you look at a portfolio, updated portfolio of clients' portfolios, they're the biggest brands in the world. Like, it doesn't get any bigger than that. So we already have them. So since we have them, I don't want us to just get comfortable and chill. On the contrary, I want us to study and to add more value to them, because when you come to these guys, like we did with Duracell, like we did with Charmin, with a good idea that is data-based and is going to give a good performance, they'll just jump on it. So, we already have this portfolio, and this group here, plus the one in Panama, Mexico, and Costa Rica, we have the responsibility to, take the biggest brands in the world to successful strategies. So it's a big challenge. I mean, when I see those names, I get both excited and also like a little scared, because they're just huge names, right? And the only way to actually step up and have a one-on-one conversation with these guys is knowing more than them, teaching them, and adding value to them. And that's what we're going to keep doing. And I hope that next year, when we talk about our trends for 617, this portfolio is twice as big, and with those big names coming in and staying with us. That's really important as well. So that's what's going to happen this year. Hope you're ready. Hope you're excited about it, and welcome to the new ones.